If you're new to creating content, whether we're talking about videos, articles, social media, whatever it is, I have some bad news. It's going to suck at first.
Well, that sucks.
When you first start off at something, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be garbage. Nobody's great at anything the first time around. But we know that we have to do this because we have to get out in front of our audience. We have to demonstrate our expertise. We have to build trust, build authority, build awareness. And that requires content. But when we first start, we're going to suck. You probably remember the first time you drove. If you had to get in that car right now today with you when you were 15, 16, you would probably want to drink something or pop a couple of pills before you got in that car, right? I know that I drove absolutely horrendous. I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Cruel, but fair.
It's going to be the same when it comes to creating your content. You're not going to be able to communicate your message as effectively.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You're not going to parse your words the way that you might like to. You're not going to be as smooth or as polished. And heaven forbid you look at your own videos. You're going to be like, what the hell was that face that I was making?
Man, what's wrong with your face?
Even those of us who have been creating content for years go through this, right? If I go back and I look at an old piece of content, maybe it's a few days, few weeks, few months, I'm always going to find something that I could have done better. I could have phrased something differently, or I could have written those words in a different way to convey something a little more clearly or a little more powerfully.
Good God, these words.
We have to be comfortable with the fact that what we're doing is probably going to suck at first. Well, there's no probably to it. It's going to suck at first. And then beyond that, once we look back on the stuff that we had done in the past, even though, let's say today, you create a piece of content that you absolutely love. Everybody raves about how awesome it is. It's being shared all over social media. Everyone's talking about it. It's being cited in the industry publications that matter to you. I promise you that in a year, if you go back and look at that piece of content, you're going to think it was terrible. That's almost always going to be the case because you're constantly growing, you're constantly improving, you're constantly getting better at your craft. And you're able to communicate that more effectively because you've been practicing communicating that. So now your skills have increased and your ability to communicate has increased. So the stuff that you had done previously is going to seem like garbage. And that's okay. The reality is what we are going to perceive as garbage, the rest of the world, the people who are our potential clients, our potential customers, they don't have the same level of knowledge and they're not looking at it as deeply as you are, right? When we look at a thing that we've created, we're generally going to nitpick it to death. Lord knows I do. But the people who are looking to an expert to solve their problems, the problems that you're able to solve, they don't care as much about, did you make that sentence a little sloppy? Is it not? Did you have this weird face on when you were talking on video, right? You'll probably see a few of these in this video here, right? And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But they're not paying attention to all those little details. They're coming and they're engaging with your content because they have a problem, they don't know how to solve it, and they're trying to figure out who can solve that problem for them. So if your content demonstrates that you're able to solve that problem, even though you may think the content sucks, you've got a very good chance of earning that person as a client or as a customer. So we need to understand that our content is going to suck at first, and then as we go on, we're going to look back at the stuff that at one point we thought was great and realize that now, by the standards that we have today, now that sucks. And we're going to keep elevating and keep raising the bar. So get out of your own head, create that awesome content, even though you probably are going to hate it. It's going to solve someone's problem. It's going to put you in their mind as an expert who can solve their problem. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. If you did, I'd love it if you drop me a comment, hit that subscribe button, and share this on social media as well. Thanks everyone. This is Jeremy Knauff with Spartan Media.